Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Just wanted to jump on live and read some energies for you. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, reach out for a one-on-one reading as always, runningontarot.com. All my payment info methods, social media, all that good stuff. I'm going to grab my coffee really quick, just making sure I'm logged on to all my channels. If I get interrupted, please bear with me. 1 second. Actually, might record some tarot content for the social media. So let me try to do that really quick right now. And then I'll do a read I'll read for however long just to get some energies. 1 moment, bear with me. As I do this. This is going to go to Instagram. I don't know how long it works, how long it records a story. What's up, guys? Just wanted to record some energies for you. Yeah, see, I think a reel is too short. Let me see how long it is. It goes along the horn here. What's up, guys? Just wanted to... Okay, you got the Knight of Pentacles in the upright for you, Instagram. Things are moving according to plan, despite how things look or feel. Okay, you got the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, I don't like Instagram because it doesn't allow you to record anything like of substance. Unless I'm going live, I like to be able to like settle in to the energy.
Alcohol makes a big man small and can lead.
Let's see if we can clean this little thing really quick. What's up, TikTok? Just wanted to jump in your energy and share some. This was going to be for Instagram, but Instagram's weird because everything's like 15 seconds. Knight of Pentacles is things are moving slowly but surely on track. Even though you might feel as though that you are running solo. Okay. You do have something to offer. You do have value to add. Okay, overall. It's by choice. It's by lifestyle, design. Okay, anywhere you go, you seem to add value. Okay, anything more as to these pentacle energies? I'm seeing a lot of work and lifestyle. Um, let's see. You could have a solo, singular existence, lifestyle. You could feel stagnated here. Um, this could be someone willing to like help you, cut you down. Okay. Maybe bring some form of company to you. Okay. Make sure you're not settling for someone who's of a negative nature, you know, or who you could foresee as bringing you possible heartbreak. With the three of swords here. Okay. Even if it's someone from the past. Because I'm seeing non-committal energies here. The Knight of Wands and the Upright. Okay, anything as far as new? What's new? New energies. It doesn't have to be a new person. What to expect, what to look for. Healthy emotional processing. Getting a foothold, a strong foothold, stability. Okay, yes, work energy is prevalent. Coming out of conflict when it comes to work, being compensated properly, and yeah, like I said, adding value, um, and making sure you're going to be there when that big wave hits. You're going to be well prepared to ride it in the form of financial success and work success. So I'm going to leave it there. Reach out for one-on-one reading. Holler at your boy. Love you guys. Peace.
What's up, TikTok? Just want to jump in here. Yeah, Instagram's weird. It's like 15 seconds. I think that's closest things are moving slowly. Surely on track. Um, Even though you might feel still that you are running solo. Um, do you have something to offer? Do you have value to add? Okay, overall.
Yes, I'm on top of the world, yeah.
Alcohol. Warning. I
Let's try to get something for. Let's try to get something for Instagram. You got the Empress here. She bodes well for love and money. Ending of a tough cycle. Okay, finally reaching this place of stability here. I see a bridge of communication lending itself to happiness and harmony. Could be with family. Okay, something is on a divine timeline. It's fated. Okay, you have to wait till some of the full moon energies die down. Okay, maybe look to reconcile with someone after the weekend if you're waiting on that. Okay, I also see traveling to happiness. your own personal Garden of Eden. That's what the Sun card is. All right, reach out for more. Touch point, please.
Let's try to get something for Instagram. Yeah.
Just wanted to get some energies for Instagram. You started off with the Empress here in the upright position. This bodes well for money and finances. You have an ending coming here with the Ten of Wands in the upright, a hard-fought chapter or saga finally lending itself to stability on the home front with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Something's faded on divine timing, a divine track here. I see a bridge of communication lending itself to happiness and harmony, reconciliation after the weekend. I see moving towards your own personal Garden of Eden here. Six of Swords in the upright, face the sun, and much, much more. Holler at your boy for a one-on-one reading and or check out the YouTube Running Gun Tarot for other readings that I post. Holler at your boy. Peace.
Just wanted to get some energies for Instagram. We started off with the Empress here in the upright position. This bodes well for money and finances. You have an ending coming here with the Ten of Wands in the upright, a hard-fought chapter or saga finally lending itself to stability on the home front with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Something's faded on divine timing and divine track here. I see a bridge of communication lending itself to happiness, harmony, reconciliation after the weekend. I see moving towards your own personal Garden of Eden here. Six of Swords in the upright, face the sun, and much, much more. Holler at your boy for reading and or check out the YouTube Running Gun Tarot for other readings that I post. Just wanted to get some energies for Instagram.
Because I'm on top of the world. Hi, this is Peter. Good, how about you? Okay, let me take a look. 1 second. I'm not getting the sense that there's going to be charges against you. I don't think that he's going to show up. So yeah. Meaning what? Like, does he want to? Like, is he going to negatively affect you by showing up? Let's see. Mm, I feel like he's going to stay out of it. I think that he's going to stay out of it. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. One second. I think you'll enjoy it. I think it'll be good for you. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy necessarily, but it feels as though that you're going to be in the right place to deal with, the things that you're trying to work on. Uh, let's see. Yes, yes, I see a lot of positivity around that offer. Yes. Okay, you too. Thank you. Okay. So on top of the world, yeah, yeah, please. What's up, guys? This is just going to be an all signs general. I just want to jump in your energy. I'm going to move through the zodiac after this. Feel free to watch all the signs. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, reach out for one-on-one reading. RunningonTarot.com with all my info. Got 3 of Wands in the reverse position. This is just jumping out for general energies. Feel free to take it if it applies. Okay, something about vision or not being able to see something. The 8 of Swords in the upright. This is also that energy, maybe overthinking, maybe not seeing a tower moment that feels like it was ill-timed or ill-fated, something rushing forth, something rushing forward as well, some sort of authority or some sort of like hero or somebody's that something that I learned really cool from Higher Source Tarot is that this motherfucker is levitating this chariot with his mind. There are no reins that hold that sphinx to pull his chariot. So that's some like crazy Tartarian technology, psychic, mental energy right there. As we don't see any reins. We see wheels, but we don't see reins. So, yes, something feels ill-fated or ill-timed. It could be work-related as well. Feeling like you don't have the juice or the energy. It could be that the full moon has been zapping you or a tower moment had to proceed. You getting back on track with work. You could be hypercritical of yourself, your output, your inability to generate energy or output. Okay. You are coming out of a negative direction, though. Okay. The way that you are investing your time is positive. Okay. So don't feel doubtful when it comes to that. So the Fool card speaks to hesitation, like not taking a leap of faith in some regard. And it could be that you're still trying to earn someone's trust. Okay, or you're trying to like see someone's side on something, their way of looking at things. Okay, so it might take the weekend to transpire to really kind of get on the same page with this person. Okay. What's new, Spirit? What's new? Let's talk about things that we don't have on our radar, in our sphere of influence or understanding or existence, or like new people, new relationships, new romance, new friends, new connections, business-wise. Tell us about that, Spirit. What's newness, Spirit? Because right now all I see is like resurrection of the past. Okay, this is work related, living space related, collaboration related. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands looking away from a certain lifestyle. Okay, she's looking towards a lifestyle that is more conducive to self-love, self-help, less worry. It's like you're cutting people out that cause you confusion or chaos. Okay. Yeah, you're not communicating with them. You could be seeing that everyone has their troubles, okay, and you could be just having a better understanding and gratefulness for your position that you're in. You're savoring your position. And you're learning how to like balance the scales in your own way. You're learning how to like defeat evil in your own way by making sure that you keep your heart open, by making sure that you resonate in positive energies, high frequency energies like love, joy, peace, enlightenment. You're really not looking ahead calendar wise. I mean, you know, you have a sense for your obligation, but you're really trying to, make it a principle of self and how your being to not necessarily just play off of your environment, but really kind of jazz yourself up energetically within, you know, like not needing an external reason to celebrate or be happy. Okay. Because in the past, it could be that you were trying to wait for that. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I have an incoming communication. So, holler at your boy. We'll move on to Aries next. Peace. Because I'm on top of the world. So I'm on top of the world.
What's up, guys? It's just going to be an all signs general. I just want to jump in your energy. I'm going to move through the zodiac after this.
watch all signs. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. What's up, Bears? Just wanted to jump in your energy. Feel free to reach out for a one-on-one reading. All my info's in the description box below. Spread of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages for Aries at this time. Hope you guys are doing well. Pardon if I get interrupted. You got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. Investing. 10 of Pentacles has been coming out in the reverse as of late. I can read that as your own household that's not quite set up yet. It could be a financial household, as it points to the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, which is about financial freedom and independence. The 11 in the reverse points to the 10 in the upright, so that furthers my point. You can also add to the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, feeling as though that you're off track, not on kilter, although you're still manifesting, like you're still kicking ass, even though you feel as though you're nowhere near where you want to be financially, let's say. I think that concerns or issues of work come to mind if you're clientele based or if you're opportunity and offers based. But I get that you are, getting where the getting's good. You're getting in where you fit in. Okay. Because the magician is about being able to do something of it and have a say in the matter. You're not just sitting around, you're more so seeing which way the wind blows, and you're being constructive and productive. So as to say, if this is watering hole isn't filled, so I'm going to go to the next one. It's like you're in tune with the phases and the stages of the action, the output, and you're reading the signs and the energy of like, okay, well, this isn't popping off right now, so let me do this with my time, or let me do this with my energy. And I feel like it's very like, chef's kiss, like, you're like creme de la creme, baby. Like you got it going on. Sexy is what comes to mind. And for whatever reason, if other people feel like they have to work harder, I could see them having some sort of resentment towards you. But I just feel like this is your season. You're glowing up, you're showing up, and you are like remembering like the more kind of beautiful, potent aspects of yourself from what I'm getting. And like, like sometimes you forget that like magic is real, or like awesome things happen, good things happen to good people. Or like you might lose sight of the fact that like, let's take just off the top of my head, like maybe you've become jaded in some ways. And I'll give this example of like where you don't give value to something such as the category of like cool, or like what's cool, what's hip, what's in, what's dope. But just because you don't invest in a category, let's say, I'm just saying category, but you could know it as like a frequency or a channel or something that you care about, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist objectively out there in the ethers, in the universe, as like a signal that exists. Because if you could conceive of it, then you essentially create it and give it being and existence, if you could fathom it. So dope shit exists, cool shit exists, and I think that maybe that you are starting to recognize that or see that in yourself. I think that you're starting to be like, holy shit, I'm fucking dope, I'm cool, I'm phenomenal, like I'm really here, I'm really in it, I'm really doing this, I'm really living the dream. And when you're so busy, you don't look so sharp when you've been actually like putting in the work, when you've been actually like, using your number 2 pencil. It's going to dull that edge of graphite that you're using. So it's like you might not always look the part, but you're really fucking getting it in. Like you're in your fucking bag, boy. Like I'm telling you. Or girl. Like and for those that resonate, for those that feel it, like I'm telling you, man. And I think that one thing is just to kind of remember that every season is your season. Okay, every month is your birthday month. You don't have to just wait around for what have you. And that kind of as above, so below, merging how we started this reading off earlier with is like you're moving where the getting's good. Similarly, you could do that next month. You could do that next season. You could do that next year. All you're doing is taking this principle of where you're feeling like it's really your season and you're really in your bag and you're just going where the momentum's going. Okay. And there's always going to be, something to invest in and move your resources and your time and your attention and your concern towards, even if it's replenishing and rejuvenating your energy. Spirit, anything else for Aries that we could speak to? I'm really loving this reading. I'm really so grateful and thankful when I could finally have a good reading and a good session, because they feel few and far in between, but I know they exist. I know they're out there. And I don't know if it's an energy thing, or I don't know if it's, you have to go through tower moments or stand up for yourself or what have you. But when you really get your shit together and keep on focusing on what you're trying to do and you really are about what you're about, then it shows and that truth comes out, And you no longer have to be scared under the covers about phantoms or, fake demons that can't overcome you, fake fears or worries or concerns, because the proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the truth. And I think that so often as people, we second and third guess ourselves and we let the fears and the shadows and the what ifs and the potential gossip or the self-doubt be our reality. But really, truly, the reality is all the fucking work that you've put in and all the ass that you've kicked and all the sacrifices that you made to make the fucking difference between winning and losing, living and dying. And you fucking, you got the grit, baby. And if nothing else, that's the quality that you want, and the best is yet to come. I promise you, the best is yet to come. I'm just seeing you realizing this. Really, the Hanged Man in the reverse is you. Your energy is freed. You have something to offer. You have something to deliver. And even in the wildest dreams of paranormal conspiracy, it's almost as if you can't stop you now. The worst part of you can't self-sabotage. Because you're resonating in such a high frequency. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Clarifying this King of Pentacle in the reverse energy. Okay, yeah, I feel like death is scooping that poor boy, poor girl season away and taking it to the dump, because it's I feel like that season is over. I feel like I've said it before, are on the fast track of that number 8 money year. I feel like you got this fast track, fast pass access because you've made sacrifices already and you keep on showing that, and you're aligned with the time and the cycles and the seasons of the moon and all that stuff. And you're really attuned to it, and it's no fun joke. You know that. And you demand others to come correct, Yeah, and you really for the sake of feeling yes, as if the money's already there or whatever the thing that you want. The I know I got real there for a second, but that's what you got to do. You really got to feel it. That the connection is I'm on top of the fucking world. I got my bad bitch. I'm in my fucking mansion. I got my money. I got my car. I got my clothes. I got my shit together. I'm helping the world. I'm making the world a better place. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel that and get fucking jazzed and get psyched. That's what it's really about. You know? It starts there, I'm telling you. Kindness and warmth along the way. Yeah. It's like you paved your path with like kindness and warmth and being genuine and being true and being real. And you chose to create your own heaven, your own vision of heaven and paradise. You didn't have to kiss the fish. You didn't have to bite the bullet. Although you still stuck by the principles of spirituality and self-love, and that's why you have much to offer. Yeah. I'm just getting remember to celebrate yourself and celebrate life every day, not just your birthday month, Aries, not just your birthday season. Each and every month, each and every day, remember to celebrate the joyous gift of life and make that a part of your momentum, make that a part of your regimen. It's like learning how to get cozy on like rainy days. There's always a silver lining. Some words that come to mind are discipline, restraint, work. Okay. And I think that those are like the fruits of your labor, coming to fruition. This Five of Swords has been coming out, and I'm not quite sure. It's almost as if you're nipping things in the bud, things that don't make sense to you, or things that it's like you're trying to learn how to not give it so much credence. You're trying to learn not to live and die by the sword of logic and reason. Okay? Because your energies and your concerns are best put in things that like deserve it. So just be mindful of not trying to like serve the master of like logic and reason when it comes to like people making like nonsensical statements and like things that don't add up to you. And yeah, that could be that's like a triggering point for you, but if someone wants to just throw a ball of nonsensical, illogical wax at you, you don't have to burn it. Okay? You can just avoid it, see the emotions that it stirs up, and you can just completely avoid it. All right? Whether it makes sense or not, whether you have all the ammunition or not, why would you want to shoot and waste your energy on that? Excuse the language, but like, why would you want to like blow your load on that? Like your energy reservoir. It's better suited somewhere else. Why would you want to spin your wheels worried about that? If you know the truth, you know the truth. And that's all that matters. And it could be that you've been so used to being the underdog that you've been so used to like trying to bark your truth, but you're learning that you don't need to because the truth speaks for itself. The proof is in the pudding. So I want you to be mindful of that as well. Okay. Not letting people's nonsense or illogical or their poor forms of communication have you spin your wheels. Okay. Or have you snap off on them. Because you are serving others. And that energy is best served for others, not for you just to spin your wheels or pop off. Okay. Okay, I see the card of union. I see the card of a finish line. I see the card of marriage. 1111, make a wish. Okay, maybe like a birthday wish type vibe too. For me, it's health, wealth, financial freedom, independence, all that beautiful stuff that, carving out your own path. Yeah, this is like you're in your own personal Garden of Eden. You're in your own personal heaven. You know it's worth fighting for. I see this new opportunity coming here. Okay, it could be that there's been so much quietness on the front of maybe love or opportunity, and as I say love, the Eight of Wands comes in. But I do see this wonderful opportunity here. I feel like you have your pick of the litter. Just be mindful not to settle for something that you know is not necessarily good for you, or something that is going to again cause you to needlessly spin your wheels, or maybe pose as some sort of burdensome lifestyle. Okay, don't be so married to logic and reason that you have to figure it out. I know that it's like if you like solving puzzles or something, I know that it's fun because there's like a dopamine hit or like a satisfaction of like trying to understand. But just start to practice the mindfulness and the identifying aspect of completely bypassing or segueing nonsense, and not being so dependent on trying to like find that logical based answer. Because again, we're we are laying the groundwork for, I should say, like reverse engineering our understanding of how reality exists really by our quantum approach, as opposed to, our linear um, predisposition, which is to react based on external circumstances. But what I'm saying is you choose what frequency despite the external circumstances. So love, joy, peace, enlightenment. Okay. And defend that with everything you got. Nothing is worth it. You're already whole and complete. So you don't need to take the bait. But you will be faced with the challenge. You will be faced with those decisions, but just know them and see them, for what they are. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for sticking in there with me this whole time. Let's move on to Taurus. I appreciate your energy. Feel free to reach out, follow, like, share, subscribe, reach out for one-on-one reading. My heart goes to you guys. Love and peace. College boy. One-on-one reading on my info description. Galaxy Defenders. What's up, Taurus? Just wanted to jump in your energy. Thank you for having me. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, reach out for one-on-one reading. As always, all my info is in the description box below, or runningguntarot.com, runningguntarot across all social media. Thank you for sticking with me on the ride, on the journey. Okay, I always want to give you my best foot forward. One moment, I'm actually getting an incoming call. I'm going to try to pick up this recording where I last left off. Let me just take this one second.
Client ID 5474246 from.
Hi, this is Peter.
Hello. Hi, Peter.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, good. Can you tell me, can you do a read on this person named Namaz Manzoor?
Okay, what would you like to know?
I just want to know, like, what are his thoughts about me, and would we reconnect, or can we establish something?
Okay, you're asking if you will reconnect?
Yeah, and what does he think about me and everything?
Okay, 1 second. One second. I'm not seeing the energies of reconnecting. I feel like maybe you're the only one that's like working on this connection. The other person can be also focused on work as well. As far as what he thinks about you, let me see here. I'm getting more so that this person sees this connection as like it's an option, it's something out of convenience. Okay. So yeah, I'm not really seeing the best energy for this connection.
Okay, and what can you tell me about my love life in general?
Okay, let me take a look. 1 second. I see that it could be that you are looking for like a direction, looking for a path. But I'm seeing that you also have to take some risk. Okay, you have to take a chance, is what I'm seeing here, as far for your love life to be successful. Okay, it could be that maybe. Hey, what's up, Torso? Just wanted to jump in your energy. Thank you for allowing my energy to invade your space temporarily. I come in peace, I promise. I just started this intro, but I got interrupted, so I had to delete it and restart. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light, highest possible messages at this time for Taurus. Just take it if it resonates at face value. No specific topic. Just want to see what comes out in general. If you're a cross watcher, feel free to take this reading and apply it to yourself. You can look at it through the lens of the specific house that Taurus rules over, which is the second. It goes Aries through Pisces, 1 through 12, on like a 1-to-1 equivalency. So Aries rules the first, Taurus rules the second, Gemini rules the third, Cancer fourth, Leo fifth, and so on and so forth. Until you get to Pisces. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I see discipline and restraint here. I see rest and rejuvenation, investing, making an investment with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is leading to a graduation. Okay, a very kind of celebratory energy, carving your own path. I see success in investing, establishing a foothold, okay, trying to really establish yourself. There's been extreme cases of stagnancy, moving through an energetic desert even, but that's given you the time to internally alchemicalize, alchemy. I'm trying to think of like the verb for alchemy. Internally, like not alkalinize, but that would be a good word. You're like, I'm trying to think of the word for like doing alchemy. Alchemicalize, I guess. I don't know. Or alkalinizing. Like you could be literally like changing the pH of your internal being, you know. But the takeaway is like you're working with your own alchemy. Okay. It could even be your own biology. Spiritual alchemy, biological alchemy. It's given you this energetic desert has been given has given you and been given to you as a gift. Okay. And you're using that space and time accordingly. Okay, and if you've been feeling like things have been like heightened or at a stressor point, it's because the Empress is in reverse. She's giving birth. Okay, that's her going through labor, and she's giving birth to an emotional openness and receptivity. And you're learning more and more. Maybe the lesson of this lifetime for you is not to pick your energies based on external sources, but picking it based on what you know is the best, which is love, peace, joy, enlightenment. And it's always going to be like that, no matter what you're presented with. And because I feel like you are operating at a heightened level, what you are being presented with is ill communicated, it's ill reasoned, it's illogical, and that might trigger you. But you have to see it, and even though you are faced with maybe your fears of not understanding something, bypass it, walk away, wait until you calm down, wait until, you know, and that's the game now. The game is, wait a minute, everything is perfect. Why is someone or something throwing bullshit at me that doesn't make any sense? Let me not blow up. Let me walk away from that. Okay? Because again, that's an example of not letting the external influence the internal, but rather opposite. Vice versa. You want your internal signal to influence the external. Okay. And I feel as though you could really find a high level of mastery in doing that. But again, your mission, if you so choose to accept it, is to not allow the logical, which is the sword, to try to interfere with your open heart. Okay? Which is the Four Cups in the reverse, being open emotionally. I'm not saying you have to be open to nonsense, but I'm saying push the reason and the logic base to the side. And don't allow it to close your heart. Don't allow it to send you on a tailspin, causing confusion and anger, because confusion is a low vibrational frequency. Even from your most trusted allies, friends, or family. Okay. There could be some financial stoppages. Even this you have to trust. You have to trust that there's a rhyme and a reason for whatever has transpired. That's the silver lining, is your trust that no matter how things seem, you choose to know that you are exactly where you're meant to be. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse typically refers to finances. It could be coming off the market, although I'm thinking more so it has to do with your sense of, where you need to be or where you would like to be financially. But I see hopefulness here, and I think the hopefulness prevails. I think the hopefulness allows you to get to the point to suit up again and to continue to do combat. So don't take lightly those periods of respite, those periods of rejuvenation, rest, and recovery. Enjoy them, as it were. Enjoy this time. Yeah, it's more, not letting logic and reason be your master, not being slave to understanding more logic and reason. Because let's be honest, you're going to be thrown curveballs. And even that you would want to free yourself from. Okay. Yeah, that Seven of Cups in the reverse is that kind of distraction. So I really want you to practice. It's like you could slay all these people with your sword. But I really want you to practice not stooping to that level. Whether it's you like spinning your wheels or you blowing up on someone, like these reactionary states of being is what I want you to practice not falling into. Okay? Even though you can blow up with the best of them, you could cause ego deaths with the best of them. I want you to work on maintaining your equilibrium. Okay? That's what the King of Cups does. And I'm not trying to compare you with anyone. I'm just saying that it's a new level. It's like 4D chess as opposed to checkers. Okay. It's like you learn the notes to play outside of the box. Okay. You learn blues to play jazz or something like that. And even when your senses are telling you that you're outside of your depth or you're not at the right place or, okay, trust. So I do see victory here. I do see reconciliation here. Incoming communication. It could be someone from your past as well. I see past friendships, past connections, past family. I'm also seeing a reliance on like more of a psychic connection with someone. Okay. But again, remembering to have boundaries when it comes to energy as well. Anything for new people, new romance, new connections, new relationships? Spirit. Anything for like that new person that like blows your wig back or that new opportunity for money that blows your wig back. That's what we want. We want to tune into the exciting, to the things to be happy and grateful for, the things to wake up for, things to be joyous for. We resonate in the quantum field of already having them. So we say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for it. And it's a positive feedback loop. The excitement warrants the thanks and gratitude. And gratitude and thanks warrants the excitement. For all of that receiving. Anything about that new exciting money opportunity and that new exciting person, romantically spirit? I see Gemini energy here. Okay, so that's Gemini season as well. There's an inner knowing about something very straight and direct. Okay, almost as if you feel like you're due up for someone. Okay. Remember, you don't have to compete. Okay, you don't have to compete. Remember, that was the old way. You don't have to compete for this person. I feel like they will come to you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this person is ready. I think that they're ready for a relationship. I think they're ready for what you have to offer emotionally. Anything else on this person or this new connection, Spirit? I'm just seeing that they're receptive and ready for what you have to offer emotionally. This person could be jaded from heartbreak in the past. I see you restraining yourself so that you don't rush into the physical. And I see this person having had their own bouts with logic and reason. Okay? Because that is what the swords represent, piercing into the heart when we're jaded and when we move in fear and trying to protect ourselves. Versus like moving in a healthy way where you're trying to balance the connection and not rush into something. There's a difference. Anything about this new exciting job opportunity, this money, financial, big bucks, big boom in our bank account, Spirit? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I see something divinely ordained. I see a wish fulfillment. I see the spotlight being on you. Spirit's been protecting you, preparing you, strengthening you. For your spotlight, for your wish for fulfillment, for your moment in the sun, for your moment in the spotlight. That's what the star card is. They've been like gilding you with like plated armor. Okay, preparing you in your energy. And like armoring you with like high quality energy so that you could be an amplified voice of reason and help. Despite any conspiratorial paranoia, whatever, this energy supersedes that. You see the angelic, doctor-like energy taking care of you, the protagonist, as the hangman, to put you in the spotlight, to fulfill your wish and your dream. Your wish and your dream and your desires are given to you from the divine, from Spirit, and they are what is going to meet the divine and Spirit halfway through you and your works and your services. Okay, you don't have anywhere else to look but here where you already are, so as to establish yourself. Ten of Pentacles. You need not travel anywhere. You are in that spot where Spirit wants you to establish yourself, and that is a wish fulfillment to you. And it's taken that divine timing, but you've showed that you are willing to do the time. Because again, Spirit planted that seed of desire in you. It's not coming off of, oh, you're crazy and you just know. It's coming because Spirit, this is like a previous like contract, prior to life. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is saying. You get to establish yourself as Spirit planted that very desire within you. And when you start to see that connection, that your desires and your wants are coming from like a benevolent, high frequency, call it God or Spirit or whatever, or the divine, then you're like, oh, okay, you're gaining clarity and you're understanding why you've been planted where you are. And that energy starts to emanate through you. Right on, rad. Yes. I was on my run the other day and I saw the snail. They remind me of the Nine of Pentacles. If you look at the traditional tarot deck, there's a snail there, and I saw that on my path as I was running in a neighborhood with all these beautiful mansions. Spirit wants that for you. They want you to have your mansion, you to have your house, you to establish yourself, you to really kick butt and defy all these conventional forms of logic and reason, to show you how great God is, because you are going for it. You are taking your shot. You are taking your chance. It might not be on like this big epic stage of like a battleground or a sports event or like a game or a competition, but you have your own version of that, of you taking your one chance at life to be happy and fulfilled and, salaciously victorious. And I mean that in the sense of like, yes, worth it, not like salacious, like, gossip, like more so like it's worth it and extravagant in its own humble way. That dream of financial freedom and independence, that dream of your own established household, your own patriarchy, your own empire, that's what's coming through. So if you've been feeling stagnated or isolated, it's because Spirit has been preparing you so that you get to choose who's in your inner circle. You get to choose who is involved in your life, your story, your history, your own history, not a part of someone else's. Okay, you're not inherited to or betrothed to their failures. You have your own successes in your own right. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. And that Nine of Pentacles is that budding fruit of your labors, and that Ten of Pentacles, and it's going to take it to the Ten of Pentacles, okay, which is the establishment. So you're just seeing that with the Nine of Pentacles, and that's going to keep taking you further and further. So you're on the path. You're on the right path. Keep going. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for allowing me to share energy and into yours and vice versa. And as always, reach out for one-on-one reading. I'll let you know. Peace. What's up, Gemini? I just wanted to jump in your energy for a bit and share some of my own energy. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, reach out for one-on-one reading. Spirit of gratitude, draw the nine highest possible messages at this time. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, coming out of collaboration. This is an energy of moving, something being illuminated with the moon phases. I know it was in Libra, the full moon. That has to do with relationship. Three of Pentacles in the reverse could be leaving a household or an organization, a company, no longer choosing to collaborate with someone. It's a very green energy, trying to get your balance, trying to get your start. If you're not a Gemini, feel free to cross-watch. Apply this if it resonates. Take it if it resonates. Apply it through the lens of your third house. You could Google that, what that pertains to. This is just going to be general, whatever story wants to come through. Feel free to watch the Taurus, the All Signs, and the Aries reading. They had some great messages, some good content come through. Yeah, I see a wish fulfillment, and I thought that's what I saw when the moon card flashed here. This is a wish fulfillment. Okay. This could be no longer having to rely on a third party for resources, for pentacles, no longer having to rely on some sense of output, some semblance of duty, or feeling as though like some obligation. Okay. This is more so moving on divine timing, energy frequency. This is also being aware of what energies you want to invest in. Okay, be wary of those that give your ego a squeeze or a boost in a negative way, like righteous indignation or snapping on someone for not using logic and reason. Now, don't get me wrong; those are high level capacities. That's for the high minded. Okay. And it's a part of kind of deprogramming us just being used on a logic and reason level, or understanding things, not used, but understanding life just strictly on a logic and reason based level. Okay, the Empress in the reverse, giving birth to something, going through labor pains, some sort of falling out here, manifesting something, manifesting a new connection, manifesting some sense of being unified or whole or with the beloved, despite the external looks of something. It could even be like if you've had a crush on a coworker or anyone in your past, you could very much feel the feelings of being in union with them, being unified with the beloved, that which you desire. That's what manifestation is, okay? And I feel like that's what this is. Remember, relationship is just the language. But as we know, you could be in a relationship and still feel lonely, just like you could have millions of dollars and still feel miserable. So remember, it's the energy language first and foremost. Which is why I think this is beckoning you to feel as if you are ready with the love of your life. How does that feel? Amazing, grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm kissing the ground, they walk on. I'm kissing the ground of just being, or having that position or having that clientele or having that money or having that. It's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Having that mansion or whatever that you want, resonate in the energies the high vibrational energies that image leaves you with, which is gratitude in this instance, or excitement or joy, or you're just excited for what's to come. That pep in your step, that momentum, that zip in your day. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're here for. That enjoyment, that pleasure. Okay? Yeah, I'm seeing like this energy of like a new tradition or a new union, or you marrying and merging those feelings as a part of your new tradition, your new practice, or spiritual practice. And it's funny because it has nothing to do with actually physically, three-dimensionally being in a relationship. Like I said, you could be in a relationship in the 3D, and that doesn't mean anything because it could be toxic as all get out. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, I'm getting that, like, I keep on getting this insight about, like, there's a certain end to, like, logic and reason. One of the kind of elevated levels that you're dealing with is, like, you will be presented with scenarios and situations that don't make sense to your perspective. And so don't necessarily be so betrothed to logic and reason as from your perspective, which is limited in your scope of knowledge and understanding. And so in understanding where logic and reason ends and like sheer unconditional love begins, that's what I feel like trying to grok and integrate. Because logic and reason can warrant some terrific, or terrible, I should say, horrendous, atrocities, really, unfortunately. It could warrant that you like jump to conclusions or try to get a rise in some way that's not there, or try to get some sort of ego squeeze. You get the juice of the ego squeeze. Your ego gets charged. It's like you're showing up to like a butter knife fight with like a samurai sword. So it's something to be mindful of. Is like, don't necessarily like look to cut the heads off of someone that is not at your level as far as like logic and reason, but as a reflection of your own internal agency, having nothing to do with them. Anything else in conclusion for Gemini Spirit? Anything else in conclusion for Gemini Spirit? see growth and expansion in directions that are not complete yet. Using like this space and time that you have, seeing it as a resource, seeing it as real estate, instead of like a negative connotation of like whatever your kind of interaction with it is. Some people could say like, oh, I have a lot of time on my hands, like I don't have friends or family that reach out or support me, or no, you see it as real estate, see it as positive. Like on this space, I built my empire. Very fascinating. In this space, I look to grow and expand. Okay. Yeah, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of the silence. Don't be afraid of the space. Okay. Right. The hermit is saying, be curious about it, because you're going to find your empire there. You're going to find your highest version of self. Right now, it might feel some type of way because you have an old interpretation or understanding of it. But don't look at it with a sense of fear so that it rabble-rouses anger, bitterness, resentment. Look at it as an opportunity to build that empire, to reach and strive for that empire. It's real estate for you to establish yourself. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? I'm just seeing that it's up for interpretation. Anything else with the 4 wands in the upright? Yes, manifestation, manifesting union, loving the life that you are creating the life that you love, and finding the different interpolations of it. Seeing the bright side of the coin. Yes. Very cool. See it as victory. It's a sign that you won. And it's like the victory is just being happy. The victory is being at peace. The victory is resonating in love, joy, peace, enlightenment. It's not trying to reason in the muck, in the dirt with whether someone who's doing something, however you feel about it, is right or wrong or unjustified or how dare they or no. The real victory or the real revenge, without it actually being revenge, is just being happy and satisfied and whole and complete. And being so good that you could even pay them a visit and pour into them because you realize that you're a wellspring of unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? And so you're jumping over that emotional immaturity, the injustices, what have you. You're not inherent to the war of, being bitter or, what have you. If that makes any sense. Because I could see that maybe in the past there's been a lot of calories burnt in, trying to rationalize or justify or, maybe you've inherited a war that your mom had with your dad, to use that familiar example that's close to home for me. And you realize, like, It's actually boring. I've known it my whole life. Let me not make that my life, because that makes the story about them. Let me make the story about me. And let me not live in their shadow. Let me cast my own shadow for myself. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate all your love and support, and feel free to reach out for one-on-one reading. Love you guys. I'll let you boy. Peace. Son of a bitch. Someone's up with the world. Hey! Wow. She's got that pop. That's what I'm doing. Yes.
came without warning. I was walking back to my hotel room. I remember looking up, marveling, full moon. His hat was swift, vicious.
You all right?
No, I'll never be all right. I'm cursed for the rest of my life.
Tell me about the first incident, or what you can remember about it.
They told me my teacher. I remember looking up and seeing a cloud. I saw the full. Again, that howl, uncontrolled. Students began running. Next thing I remember was waking up in a local jail, charged with assault and battery. But then, whenever there was a full moon, I lost all conscious recollection of my actions. So my mental rest was fire in the universe. I can't help it.
Just wanted to get some energies
No.
for Instagram.
Driven mad by loneliness. I needed contact with another human being, but I couldn't rescue it. I moved to New York. Got assistant librarian, Dr. Black. There I had access to rare manuscripts.
Tell me what happened when there was a full moon.
And just locked myself in my room. One night I was working late at the library. I was cramping the time. Keep me alive.
You feel you're going to die?
Yes, you may think it's strange because death will bring me peace, but I want to live. Life is still precious even to the living.
What do you want me to do?
Recently received a copy of a rare book from Canadian monastery. I read through it looking for some possible clue to help me out of my fate. I found was my death. It was written when there's a total eclipse of full moon, all the werewolves in the world of God. Only those not exposed to the eclipse will survive.
Why do I sound like Silas Kapsky?
I cannot survive in this room.
So you want me to move you to a windowless room like the eclipse?
Do that for me to save my life. Read my story out.
I believe you think you're a werewolf. Unplug the curtains. Have you moved to a windowless room tonight?
I'm sorry, Dr. Lover. I can't. I won't do that vision. If I acted on every request, every patient made, this place would truly be a madhouse.
But his delusions are very real, Dr. Valadez. He's convinced he's a werewolf, he's going to die tonight.
I know all about it. This hospital will not make this delusion. But yeah, doctor.
I disagreed with the supervisor that he was the boss. The hard part is going to be telling him.
Who do they?
Sorry.
I did everything.
No, don't watch that. It's not safe.
See you in the morning. Tell them you're not.
In 10 years of psychiatric practice, I have never encountered a man in more emotional pain than Sheldon. The amazing thing about him is that as scared as he was, he refused to give up.
Okay, fucking got a signal. I'm sure we'll put it in the match, right? You're staying away on the fucking drugs.
Despite Ludwig's will to live, I couldn't help but let his suffering so. But in the next few moments, I was about to learn the depth of that suffering.
Was found Ludwig an example of genuine grounding? Was he simply a man who had lost his mind? Medical books list examples of a condition called lycanthropy. People who take on wolf-like behavior, often in the presence of full moon. Was Sheldon Ludwig simply a textbook case of this rare syndrome? Why did he die? Was he the victim of a werewolf let him come through? Or did he fear his fate so deeply that he scared himself? Why did he spend his long could those have been made by a terrified man, more likely by a kind of wolf man? Is this story based on fact? Or are we just crying wolf?
We will tell you if this story is true or false at the end of our show. Next, we'll find out the secrets waiting to be revealed in the mysterious energy store on Beyond Belief.
My secret to being Stitchix? Secret dress spray. Just spray? As my fresh all day. I'm sure. Secret actually fights odor. And it's aluminum free. Hours later, still good. Secret works. 90% of signs of aging are caused by the sun. La Roche-Posay and Bilio sunscreen visibly reduces the appearance of sun damage with Sun Up Shield, EVA UVB protection plus antioxidants. Fluid, lightweight sunscreen. La Roche-Posay and Bilio sunscreen recommended by 90,000 dermatologists worldwide.
Fact or fiction?
Years ago, these items were a part of most American homes. Today, they've become valuable antiques. Unlike our modern-day appliances will ever provide the nostalgic memories evoked by these artifacts of history. Dr. Edmund P. Costin is a man who appreciates his past. But today, he's in a personal crisis. He's lost the will to practice medicine. But even as he's projecting tomorrow, he's about to come face to face with his future.
My husband Edward was an excellent doctor, but lately he had been seeing fewer and fewer patients. I could sense he was slipping into a depression, so I suggested we take some time off, travel down some country roads, soak up a little calm. In the old days, I always cheered Edward up. This time it wasn't working. I was beginning to fear that he might never practice medicine again.
Are you sure you're reading what I read that day? Looks more like a junk shop than an antique store.
All these old places. Come on, Edward. Never know what you thought it is.
He's never been something cold to drink. 215. How can anybody work this?
I had picked some time to go sightseeing. The entire South was in the midst of a record anyway. It didn't help Edward's mood. I didn't want to admit it, but Edwin was right. It was a just track inside, and it was impossible to tell the antiques from the junk. And the eccentric owner didn't seem to know matters either.
Okay, there. Well, Daddy man, I apologize about me, but it was all over the now, and the electricity blew a few days ago.
You wouldn't happen to have something cold to drink, would you?
Oh, sorry, like I said, there ain't no electricity. But I do have some homemade lemonade. There ain't no ice, but at least it's wet.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Picked it right off the trees out back. Wet.
Pretty colorful guy.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Real colorful.
Could you at least pretend to be having a good time?
Oh, sorry. I'll try.
Lemonade sweet enough for y'all?
Edwin had that faraway look again, like all the life was draining out. I wondered if he would ever return to his practice. And then,
Okay? Look at this.
what is it?
It's an old icebox like that had my grandmother. Everybody else called it the refrigerator, but she wouldn't give up that old icebox of hers.
Yeah, you've been mentioning that a long time.
This thing brings back a lot of memories. When I was 8 years old, it was my job to carry ice to my grandma's every other day. It's my special chore. My mother gave it to me, but she didn't feel that she could depend on my brother.
Your mom was right.
Probably become a doctor. Wasn't that old ice box. A lot of kids were usually quit school, going off on their own. I even ran away once, but after a few hours, I had to worry about who was keeping Grandma's icebox.
Your grandma meant a lot to you.
Encouraged me to do something with my life. Yeah. If it wasn't for her, I would never become a doctor.
If you folks are interested in this antique icebox, I could make you a good deal. You just brought it this morning.
Thank you. But we're not very interested.
I'm extremely surprised you folks couldn't find anything you like amongst all those valuable antiques.
Hey! You gotta help me. My partner's collapsed. He was working and he just passed out. Okay, get right back. What's wrong? She's a heat exhaustion. Pulse is very weak. We have to get him inside out of it. Gotta get his body temperature down immediately. I need ice, some wet sheets.
Like I told you, there ain't no ice in the tap water. It's hot and tasty.
This man will die if we don't cool him down. That's a big deal.
My elderly boy, Jeff, goes and die.
There's ice in this thing.
Hold that dead there.
Get something to break that ice on. How you doing? You got better?
Not better.
All right. Check him out.
Better.
It's gonna be okay. Thank you, Doc. Just stay calm for me. That block of ice, yeah, that box.
It's a white miracle.
It's my name.
Greg might cut out the next 40 years.
Okay. This is my grandma's place.
Edwin and I purchased the icebox and it sits in our home today. Edwin hasn't suffered a crisis of confidence since. In fact, he's a better doctor than he ever was. All thanks to the icebox.
Is this just an amazing coincidence? Or was the spirit of Dr. Constance grandmother somehow watching over? And if you accept the fact that the same icebox could have shown up years later, hundreds of miles away, how do you explain the ice inside? Was the icebox delivered to Daddy Mac's store with the ice already inside? Is this story based on solid reality? Or is it as fleeting as a block of ice in a steaming sunlight?
We'll tell you if this story is true or false at the end of our show. Next, a home invasion takes a supernatural twist on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
We've spent our whole life trying to get back to work.
I'm tired, dude. Dad, we have a destiny to fulfill.
Look, that's her. Dr. Z! Dr. Z! Hey, hi! We love to see your videos. She showed me your channel and they're so open. Thanks. My daughter has sensitive skin. How about this? Try using all free clear as part of your family's laundry routine. It tackles impurities without removing irritating residue for a clean and gentle on skin. Gentle would be nice for a change. All free clear, the #1 brand recommended by dermatologists for sensitive skin.
One of the things that brings people together is the joy of cooking. Thousands visit with their neighbors every day to exchange and discuss their favorite recipes. The ladies in our next story love to meet every week to share cooking secrets and stir the pot of friendship. There's something else stirring this kitchen today, and it will take all the power at their command to survive the ordeal.
Dear. Yes, I'll never be a car star.
Oh, Daddy, you're doing this.
Now, you can only get your keys with her. So, you can get super.
Come on, Regina, just let it simmer for a little while.
Hold your horses, girls. I don't want to hear any complaint if the sauce isn't just right.
I had a pinch more sage. It was a little flat.
Right. I'll add 3 pinches, not a pinch more.
Oh, I just love our little get-togethers. There's Daddy.
She is right. There's just no substitute in life for old friends.
You just like getting away from the world.
That too.
Come on, girls. Let's play some gin money. I'm feeling lucky today.
It's amazing what my little grandson Claude can do with finger paints. His teacher thinks he has real talent. You should see my darling. Oh, she's just so cute in that tutor while I can't stand. Who would that be? Wasn't expecting anyone. It's probably just one of the neighbors with some homemade jam. Yes.
Shut up, you bunch of old idiots, before I kill you all. Shut up! I put the money in your bag, it's on the table here. Now! Come on. Y'all gotta have
more in this pretty little house than this chump change. Okay, everybody down in the basement. Come on, let's go.
Ferdinand, if you leave right now, I promise you won't get yourself into any more trouble.
Let's go. You keep quiet down there.
What do you think he's going to do?
Oh,
This all right. I stopped talking and I went to the skin.
what is this? Jump. That's my
So good.
I'm so scared. Oh, just relax, Norma. It's all going to be okay. We just have to have a little faith.
I think we should all.
You should.
Oh, spirit of darkness, now I bring us justice, knowledge, power. Oh, spirit of darkness, now I bring us justice, knowledge, power. Oh, spirit of darkness, now is the time to bring us justice, knowledge, power. Oh, spirit of darkness, now is the time to bring us justice, knowledge, power. Oh, spirit of darkness, now is the time to bring us justice, knowledge, power. Oh, spirit of darkness, now is the time to bring us justice, knowledge, power. Justice from this crime, oh spirit of darkness, now is the time to bring us justice from this crime. Oh spirit of darkness, now is
A passerby heard the strange noises coming from the house and called the police. When they arrived, the thief was still unconscious on the kitchen floor. Four ladies in the basement said they had no idea how that could have been. However, neighbors told the police that they had come to expect odd sights and sounds whenever the ladies had their little film. Some of the old ladies actually part of the witch's company. Neighbors report they could hear them chanting. The intruder fall victim of their spell or did his own clumsiness across the night. If our ladies were not really witches, how did they have access to and knowledge of so many things associated with witchery, truth and falsehood, fact and fiction? It's up to you.
Next, you will find out which of our stories are fact and which are fiction. When beyond belief, fact or fiction returns.
The Silicon Compact Force Cocking Gun is the smart way to cock. Its compact design makes it easy to reach in aerospace, which makes it perfect for all projects, big or small, and it easily fits into your toolbox. You can even make it smaller by cutting off the empty excess as you dispense it. To start, simply cut the tip of the tube off and puncture the seal using Silicon's removable pin. Press the clutch, insert the tube, pull the handle, and get to work. Its unique dripless mechanism makes cleanup just as easy. Silicon, the new way to cock.
And now it's time to see which of our stories are inspired by actual events, which are totally made up. Let's look back at the story of the race car driver whose life was saved by a ghostly apparition. True events. This story possibly happened. According to our research, it happened to the driver on the west coast of the Days. How about the story of the battling sisters who fought even after they were separated by death? Back to 50.
Rhoda, I am so glad you're here to help celebrate my wedding. Maybe now finally we can do everything behind us and become friends. We'll never be friends, Camille. I'm the one who should be wearing that gown, not you. Kevin should be marrying me. Kevin doesn't love you, Rhoda, and if he did, you just want him because I have him. You've always been that way. You're a sick woman, Rhoda, and she gets somehow.
According to public reports, this was inspired by an actual event. Let's review the story of the doomed soul who believed it was cursed as a witch.
Alive.
You feel like that?
Yes. You may think it's strange, because that is, but I want to live.
Was this story inspired by an actual event? Not this. Let's look back at the story of the mysterious icebox that gave the doctor back to Bill Cox.
This man will die if you don't cool him down. I know the boy, that
There's ice in this thing.
You think this one was fact? Later, Trick. Stay. How about the story of the little old ladies who were expert in the art of witchery? True or false? Our research shows this what happened on the East Coast. It's not. Every day, the concept of truth seems to become stretched, distorted, and complicated. Maybe it's time to accept that some things go beyond our ideas of truth, fall into a category that can best be described. No.
The story's entitled Red Body. False.
To accept that some things go beyond our ideas of truth, fall into a category that can. Every day, our research shows this what happened on the East Coast. It's not. Every day, the concept of truth seems to become stretched, distorted, and complicated. Maybe it's time to accept that some things go beyond our ideas of truth, fall into a category that can best be described. No.
The stories entitled Red Line and The Gathering are true based upon first-hand research conducted by author Robert Travers. For Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, this is Dogma Hot Take. Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Hosted by Jonathan Fritz. Tonight, your challenge is to separate what is true from what is false. 5 stories, some real, some fake. Can you judge which are fact and which are fiction? To find out, you must enter a world of both truth and deception. A world that is beyond belief.
What is fact and what is fiction? Depends on your point of view. Take a close look at this sphere. It's obviously the solid globe that we're looking at on the outside. But now, let's take an even closer look. Now it means we're on the inside of the ball looking at it. Done no tricks with the sphere. You simply change their point of view. You can apply the same rule to our story. On first look, some may appear to be totally false. Change your point of view. Find that inspired by natural things. We make judgment. Observe up, down, left. Don't forget it was important. Certain people in our lives seem magical. Maybe the way they talk, the way they affect how you feel, or the way they care for others. Connie Jenkins had all 3 of these points. But she can best be summed up by her love for animals. Connie was drawn to stray creatures that needed her special kind of nurture, especially birds. But Connie's was a selfless love. Once she mended their broken wings, she let them go. Connie's own spirit was much like mine, brave, loving. Because of her spirit, a very special story.
My wife Connie and I met and fell in love when we were only 15. We got married right out of high school. I loved everything about her. When she walked, her sunny smile, and then she cared so much about all of God's creatures. This story may seem unbelievable to you, but it really happened. I had no explanation for it. And it all started with a perfect relationship. And a special love for Connie. Connie was constantly finding injured animals and nursing them back to health. She was truly unique in every way, but the most magical thing about her was her voice and the beautiful way she talked.
All right. Yeah, it's gonna be just fine. But what do you think we should call him, Dad?
Don't get too attached. As soon as that wind gets better, you gotta turn it loose. You know that.
I do, but why not enjoy it while we have it? I'm gonna call him Happy.
Happy.
Maybe someday you'll live up to that name, little darling.
That was my Connie. She was my darling, and she loved to call everyone. I started wood carving on my grandpa's knee when I was 5 years old. I got pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. decided to carve birds because I knew that would make Connie happy. After all, she always saw that I was happy. Even when Connie wasn't talking, the music of her voice filled my soul. And I knew that soon I'd hear her say, "Would you like some chamomile tea, darling?"
That is so beautiful. Oh, you're gonna look bluer this year, yeah, I'm sure of it.
I wish I was as sure as you were.
Just don't know how much time you haven't seen yours.
Connie always had a way of making me feel good about being me. She was just that kind of person who didn't want anything for herself. All she wanted to do was give.
How's my little darling, huh? Let's get there.
But it wasn't nothing. The cough continued to get worse, and Connie ended up in the emergency room 1 week before our 18th wedding anniversary. The doctors called it a rare strain of viral pneumonia. Connie didn't respond to the antibiotics they gave her. And my angel died on the very day of our 18th anniversary. She had planned to nurse the bird back to health and set it free. I would do it for her. As I stood there watching the bird became as free, I said a little prayer for Connie's soul, hoping that it too would find its own freedom and peace. The months after Connie's funeral were the longest and hardest of my life. I tried to go back to my job with the Forest Service, but I just wasn't ready. I couldn't even carve. No one reminded me of her. My sleep was haunted by Connie's voice. I'd wake up thinking she was here, and I realized that was true. Everything I did continued to remind me of Connie. I was beginning to feel like I didn't want to go on without her. It was just that we'd been together so long, I was running on empty. And then the strangest thing happened. At first, I thought it was my imagination. What happened next? No one could have ever predicted.
Sorry, Bonnie, Donna, but the car broke down on my second road, and I was just wondering if I might be able to use your phone. Are you alright?
Yeah. Fine. Please, come on in. My name's Dan. Dan Jenkins.
I'm Lisa.
Lisa looked nothing like Connie, but that voice and the way she talked. I couldn't believe it. She had Connie's voice. There was no difference at all. Even the rhythm and the words she used. And she would write to the phone and made a call when she ran the house before.
See, the anniversary here for this now. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It's no bother, really. Would you like a cup of tea?
Do you have chamomile?
Yeah, I do.
Great.
Did you stay or say what?
The tow truck came and went. Well, Lisa stayed. It was like she was sent from heaven to take Connie's place in my life. Lisa was so much like Connie in a way. She didn't want to live again. We got married in the same little chapel that Connie and I were married in. And we were together for 18 wonderful years, just like I was with Connie. And then the unthinkable happened. Lisa contracted a rare blood disease and died on the very day of our 18th wedding anniversary, just like Connie. I was 54 years old, and for the second time I had lost the love of my life. This time I wasn't feeling sorry for myself, just lucky to have known two women so remarkably alike. I was even more older than he was dropping by. Can I help you?
I'm sorry to bother you, darling, but my car broke down on the way back, and I was wondering if I might be able to use your phone.
How do you judge this story? Do you believe that the spirit of Connie Jenkins was transferred to two other women? If not, why do they talk and act exactly like her? And how do they find their way to dance to her? And we all encounter various people from the same area of the country who talked and acted very much alike. Maybe this was just a case of regional similarity. Or is this a much deeper story about the spirit and regeneration of love through the years? Do you think this story is built upon truth? Or are you hearing the familiar voice of deception?
We'll tell you whether this story is true or false at the end of our show. Next, our reporter is arrested for a crime he didn't commit on Beyond Belief. Fact or
A month of the most enthusiastic home cooks battled to become the newest face of America's test kitchen.
I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
I am testing right now.
Never a dull moment.
The Silicon Compact 4-inch caulking gun is the smart way to caulk. Its compact design makes it easy to reach narrow spaces, which makes it perfect for all projects, big or small, and it easily fits into your toolbox. You can even make it smaller by cutting off the empty excess as you dispense it. To start, simply cut the tip of the tube off and puncture the seal using Silicon's removable pin. Press the clutch, insert the tube, pull the handle, and get to work. Its unique dripless mechanism makes cleanup just as easy. Silicon, the new way to caulk.
fiction.
If you had to, could you prove where you were at any given time and date? There are certain things that can help you. Credit card receipts, calendars, phone bills, etc. What if these weren't available to you? Or their authenticity was questionable? If you had no witnesses to back you up, could you really convince the authorities that you were who you claimed to be? And what if they insisted that you were someone else? And they had their own witnesses to back them? Earl Gallagher is a man who's used to dealing with facts and backing them up. He's about to learn what happened. Facts begin stacking up against him.
I was the brand new crime reporter for the Detroit Sun-Times, and I was on a deadline. I dropped in on robbery homicide in local precinct to see if I could sniff out a story. There was a lot of action in Detroit. It's a lot of it wasn't fixing. I wasn't sure what to expect as far as the reception, but what I got, well, that never would happen.
That's it. That's the man that broke my soul. He's here. Arrest him! Arrest him! Arrest him!
Are you talking about me?
Damn right I'm talking about you. You shoved the gun in my face and robbed my store.
I didn't rob you to back off.
What told you had to just walk in here?
Buddy, you're nuts.
All right, everybody, just calm down. Are you sure this is the man? Calm down.
It's crazy. My name's Earl Gallagher. Reporter for the Sun-Times. It's my first day on the job. I'm going to do that. Meet everybody. Okay, check me out.
Go check out everything.
Don't worry about
Let's see some ID.
it. Sure. I couldn't believe what was happening. Even after my editor vouched for me, this guy at the border kept insisting that I was the one who brought his liquor store.
I was detained and ordered to take a look at the surveillance tape of the robbery. That's when things were really bad. Worse. Yes.
I told you it was him. Detective, I swear to God, that's not me. It's somebody else that looks exactly.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a positive ID.
What?
You're under arrest for violent robbery. Put your hands behind your back. You're done.
Wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. If you look like you did this, why would I come down here?
Guilty conscience. Maybe you wanted to come. Yeah, it was the whole time.
I've never been in trouble in my life. I'll work for it.
Too bad you're not a lawyer.
I couldn't believe this was happening to me. It was a complete nightmare. But how could I get anyone to believe me with that surveillance tape? Thank God it was my exact double. It also was alright. So I didn't tell anyone. I actually felt a strange connection to the robbery. Like I was there. No, I wasn't. It wasn't the first time I had these feelings in my life. It was criminal acts that I had nothing to do with. Did I? In the back of my mind, I wondered if I might have blacked out, actually committed the robbery. Maybe there were other crimes that I was involved in too. Maybe that's where these feelings came from.
Just about a guy who confessed to that liquor store robbery. It's like you're off the hook.
I'd like to see him.
Say everybody's got a double. I'd say that's yours.
It was the strangest thing. I needed a shave, a haircut, and a bath. I was like looking at myself. What's his name?
Jonas Adams.
I found Jonas Adams' social security number and was able to trace his history back to the day he was born. Discovered it changed the rest of our lives. Who the hell are you? My name's Earl Gallagher. My brother. I told Jonas about the amazing information that I had uncovered. We both came from the same mother who gave us up at birth. I was the lucky one. I was adopted right away and raised by loving parents. Jonas told me that he was shuffled from one foster home to another. He suffered love and abuse. One thing we both shared was an overwhelming feeling that something was missing from our lives. Now we know what it was. I was able to get my brother a reduced sentence and help him get a job and turn his life around. So that's how it all turned out. Tell me, do you think this story could have ever happened to Kirsten?
Two brothers who never knew of the other's existence. Obviously, they both inherited the genes necessary to grow up as law-abiding citizens. They each grew up on opposite sides of the law. So which is more powerful, environment or heredity? Did this intriguing story of twins separated at birth really happen? And are you able to separate the most identical twins of all? Fact. Fiction.
We'll tell if this story is true or false at the end of our show. Next, mystery surrounds the leading of a trucker and a drifter on Beyond Belief. Fact or fiction?
It's got to be some premise in the bottom. Thanks, not here. Oh, let's do it. Oh, what a dry rule.
Yes, you did. You're a castaway.
Chip.
Telling the stories, they call it the long boats at night. In fact, of all the problems truckers face on a long haul, loneliness is the hardest to overcome. That's why all these places are found. Truckers designed to break the deep, dark curtain of silence. The spirit cries out for healing. It's about to pick up drifter, Johnny Webber, a young man who relies on the kindness of strangers to get him from place to place. Johnny doesn't know him. He's in the strangest ride of his life.
I've been on my own since I was 14. I couldn't stand the constant fighting at home, so I took off to look back. I ended up getting around from town to town, in and out of trouble. I wasn't really bad, I just never caught a break. Didn't really know or care what state I was in. All I knew was I didn't like the life I was leading, but I didn't know how to change it. I couldn't believe it. I was about to get a ride and I wasn't even hitching.
Hop in.
I'll tell you this, it was one ride I'll never forget.
How you doing, son? You call me Big Joe.
Johnny Webber.
Where you headed to, Johnny Webber?
Next town, I guess.
Seen the country, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of it to see. Ready to go home?
I've been home for a long time.
Man, you sound just like me when I'm about your age. I took off when I was 12. Could not get along with my stepdad. My mom didn't care one way or the other. Boy, I hated her back then. I probably understand her a little bit better now. She just didn't want to be alone, that's all. How about you?
Pretty much the same. A lot of drinking and fighting. That's what I love.
Sounds like we got some things in common. Well, nobody said life was going to be easy, did they?
There was something about Big Joe that I really liked. I was never very talkative, but somehow he made talking easy. I was able to tell him things I never told anyone.
What are you doing next up?
Just got a job.
I think you like it.
Not really.
You will.
I wish I was as sure as you were.
Now, I kicked around myself for a long time. One day out of the blue, somebody offered me $100 to drive a big trip across country. It changed my life. Driving may not sound like much to some people, but I love it.
That's great, but
Man, we're all lucky to get you, me, everybody. Just need to realize it. That's the hard part.
you guys,
No, this is your stuff, son.
I wouldn't mind just hanging out with you for a while.
Sorry, but I'm almost done. Just leave it on.
Thanks for the ride.
Good luck to you, Johnny Webber.
I had to admit, I was feeling kind of hurt. I couldn't understand why Big Joe let me out of his truck when he did.